7 Unusual Omens of Wealth. Pay attention or you'll miss your chance. In our modern world, we are taught to seek wealth through conventional means, careful planning, strategic investments, and logical decision-making. Yet throughout history, countless individuals have discovered that sometimes wealth does not announce itself through logic, but through unusual omens that arrive like whispers from the universe itself, carrying messages that only the spiritually aware can decipher. While some dismiss these mysterious signs as mere coincidence or imagination, walking past fortune without recognition, others who have learned to recognize and honor these unusual omens consistently find themselves opening doors to abundance that seemed impossible through ordinary means alone. These individuals understand that prosperity operates on multiple levels of reality, including dimensions that transcend rational explanation. This wisdom emerges from ancient traditions, feng shui principles, and universal signs of prosperity that have been recognized across cultures for thousands of years. These insights come from spiritual beliefs and traditions passed down through generations of prosperity masters, not from scientific claims, but from the profound understanding that the universe communicates wealth opportunities through channels that bypass ordinary perception. When you develop sensitivity to these 7 unusual omens, you gain access to an early warning system for wealth that operates continuously around you, offering advance notice of prosperity, approaching your life through pathways that logical analysis alone cannot predict or detect. Since the dawn of human civilization, every culture has recognized that the universe speaks to those who know how to listen, sending messages about destiny and fortune through signs that appear ordinary to the uninitiated, but carry profound meaning for those with trained spiritual perception. From ancient oracles interpreting bird flights to indigenous shamans reading natural phenomena, humanity has always understood that omens serve as bridges between the visible and invisible worlds, carrying information about future abundance. These unusual omens of wealth operate as advanced communication from universal intelligence, alerting receptive individuals to prosperity opportunities before they become apparent through conventional means. Traditional wealth masters knew that fortune often moves through subtle energetic channels before manifesting in obvious material form, making the ability to recognize these early signs a crucial advantage in attracting and receiving abundance. Those who dismiss such phenomena as superstition often find themselves perpetually surprised by others who seem to possess an uncanny ability to be in the right place at the right time for financial opportunities. Today I will reveal 7 unusual omens of wealth you must pay attention to, or you may miss your chance to receive the abundance that is already moving toward your life through these mysterious but reliable channels of cosmic communication. Before we explore these mysterious harbingers of prosperity, I invite you to align yourself with the flow of abundance by liking this video and subscribing to this channel right now. This simple action does more than support content creation. Spiritually, it connects you to the flow of prosperity consciousness, creating energetic resonance with the very forces we will discuss today. When you engage with wisdom that expands your awareness of wealth beyond conventional understanding, you automatically attune yourself to receive the unusual omens that announce incoming fortune. Finding a feather at your doorstep, symbol of guidance and fortune. Approaching you, step outside your home, and there, resting gently against your door or scattered across your threshold, lies a feather that was not there the day before. This is no ordinary occurrence of nature randomly depositing debris at your entrance. The feather appears pristine, positioned as if placed deliberately by invisible hands, its presence carrying a weight of significance that resonates in your consciousness, even if you cannot immediately explain why this simple natural object feels so meaningful. Spiritual meaning. A feather at your doorstep represents divine messengers announcing that guidance and fortune are approaching your life. It signals that spiritual forces are actively working on your behalf, clearing pathways and arranging circumstances that will soon manifest as tangible prosperity. The feather serves as physical proof that higher intelligence is aware of your needs and is orchestrating events to bring abundance directly to your door. Symbolism. Feathers represent the connection between earthly concerns and heavenly provision. Their ability to carry birds through the air symbolizes how spiritual energy can lift your material circumstances to new heights. The doorstep placement symbolizes that opportunity is literally at your threshold, waiting for you to recognize and invite it into your experience. Folk wisdom. Many cultures consider finding feathers at the entrance to be extremely auspicious for financial matters. Native American traditions interpret feathers as messages from spirit guides about protection and provision, while Celtic folklore associates doorstep feathers with fairy blessings of prosperity. Some traditions teach that the color and size of the feather carry specific information about the type of abundance approaching. Practical advice: when you find a feather at your doorstep, pause and receive it as confirmation that wealth is moving toward your life. Keep the feather in a place of honor in your home as a reminder that spiritual forces are working on your behalf. Pay attention to opportunities that present themselves in the following days, as the feather often appears as an advance notice of incoming prosperity. Inspirational message: like the bird that soars freely through the sky, your prosperity is not bound by earthly limitations. The feather at your door reminds you that abundance can arrive from unexpected directions and through channels that operate beyond ordinary understanding. Reflection: ask yourself, what new opportunities might be approaching my life, and how can I prepare myself to recognize and receive the abundance that is being announced by this sacred sign? A sudden breeze indoors. Without windows. Open. Prosperity energy entering. Unexpectedly. You are sitting quietly in your home when suddenly the air around you begins to move. Papers flutter, curtains sway, and you feel a distinct breeze flowing through the room, despite all windows and doors being closed. This is not the result of air conditioning or heating systems, but a phenomenon that seems to emerge from nowhere, carrying with it a sense of energy shift that makes the very atmosphere feel different, charged with possibility and change. Spiritual meaning. An unexplained indoor breeze represents prosperity energy entering your space in ways that bypass normal physical channels. It signals that your home is being prepared to receive abundance, and that energetic pathways are opening to allow wealth to flow into your environment. This omen indicates that your material circumstances are about to be refreshed by forces that operate beyond the visible world. Symbolism. Wind represents change, movement, and the circulation of energy. When it appears indoors without natural cause, it symbolizes that supernatural forces are creating movement in your financial situation. The sudden nature of the breeze represents how quickly prosperity can shift when universal energies align in your favor. Folk wisdom. Traditional feng shui masters recognize unexplained indoor air movement as a sign that qi energy is becoming active in a space, often preceding significant positive changes in the occupant's fortune. Many cultures interpret spontaneous breezes as visitations from benevolent spirits, bringing blessings of abundance and protection. Practical advice. When you experience an unexplained indoor breeze, take this as a sign to be especially alert to financial opportunities in the coming days. Use this moment to set clear intentions about the prosperity you wish to receive, as the moving energy can carry your desires into manifestation more effectively than usual. Inspirational message. Just as the mysterious breeze moves freely through your space, abundance has the power to enter your life through channels you never expected. Trust that prosperity can find you anywhere and in ways that transcend ordinary limitations. Reflection. Consider this. What stagnant areas of my financial life might be ready for the fresh energy of change, and how can I work with this moving force to invite greater abundance into my experience? Hearing coins drop without a visible source. Wealth is being announced. In the quiet of your day, you hear the unmistakable sound of coins dropping onto a hard surface. The metallic chime rings clear and distinct, causing you to look around for the source, yet you find no coins anywhere. The sound repeats perhaps once or twice more before fading into silence, leaving you with the strange sensation that something significant has just occurred, even though no physical evidence remains of what created that familiar sound of money in motion. Spiritual meaning. The phantom sound of dropping coins represents the universe announcing that wealth is moving in the spiritual realm before it manifests in physical form. It signals that financial opportunities are crystallizing in invisible dimensions and will soon materialize in your tangible experience. This auditory omen indicates that money is actively seeking ways to enter your life. Symbolism. Coins represent stored value and exchange of energy. Hearing them without seeing them symbolizes that valuable opportunities exist around you that are not yet visible but are real and approaching manifestation. The dropping sound represents abundance falling into your reality from higher dimensions of possibility. Folk wisdom. Many prosperity traditions interpret phantom coin sounds as direct messages from abundant spirits or ancestral guides who are working to bring financial blessings to your lineage. Some cultures believe that hearing mysterious coin sounds means hidden treasures or unexpected income sources are about to be revealed. Practical advice: when you hear unexplained coin sounds, treat this as an urgent signal to pay attention to all financial opportunities that present themselves soon afterward. Be especially alert to unusual sources of income or investment possibilities that you might normally overlook, as the phantom coins often announce unconventional pathways to wealth. Inspirational message: the sound of abundance is already ringing in the spiritual atmosphere around you. Your ability to hear these prosperity frequencies indicates that you are developing the sensitivity needed to recognize and receive wealth from sources beyond ordinary perception. Reflection: ask yourself, what hidden opportunities for financial gain might already be present in my life, waiting for me to recognize their value and take appropriate action to manifest them? Animals crossing your path. Unusually, sacred messengers of prosperity. An animal appears in your environment in a way that feels distinctly unusual or meaningful. Perhaps a butterfly lands directly on your hand and remains there for several minutes, or a bird flies into your office building and perches near your desk, or a cat that you have never seen before appears at your home and seems to be waiting for something. These encounters carry an energy of intentionality that distinguishes them from random wildlife interactions. Spiritual meaning. Unusual animal encounters represent sacred messengers delivering specific information about your prosperity path. Different animals carry different messages. Butterflies symbolize transformation and new financial beginnings. Birds represent messages from higher realms about opportunities, and cats symbolize independence and the ability to create your own abundance. These encounters signal that spiritual guides are using natural messengers to communicate with you. Symbolism. Animals represent instinctual wisdom and natural abundance consciousness. When they seek you out unusually, they symbolize that you are being called to trust your instincts about financial matters and to align with natural principles of prosperity. Their unexpected behavior represents how abundance often arrives through surprising channels. Folk wisdom. Indigenous traditions worldwide recognize animals as spirit messengers, carrying guidance about survival, prosperity, and life direction. Many cultures maintain detailed interpretations of animal encounters as predictors of fortune, with specific animals associated with different types of abundance and financial blessing. Practical advice: when an animal approaches you unusually, research the traditional prosperity symbolism associated with that creature and reflect on how its message might apply to your current financial situation. Pay attention to what you were thinking about regarding money or career at the moment of the encounter, as this context often provides the key to interpreting the message. Inspirational message. Like the animals that follow natural instincts to find abundance, you have innate wisdom about prosperity that can guide you to resources and opportunities that logical analysis alone cannot reveal. Trust your instinctual responses to financial decisions. Reflection. Consider this. What natural instincts about money and opportunity am I being called to trust more deeply? And how can I align my financial decisions with the same natural wisdom that guides animals to abundance? Sudden fragrance of flowers. Where none are present, abundance is near you, are walking through a space where no flowers are visible, when suddenly the air fills with the sweet fragrance of blooms. The scent is distinct and beautiful, perhaps roses, jasmine, or another flower that carries particularly pleasant associations. You look around seeking the source but find no flowers, perfume, or any logical explanation for why the atmosphere has suddenly become filled with this delightful natural fragrance that seems to emerge from nowhere. Spiritual meaning. Mysterious floral fragrances represent the sweetness of abundance approaching your life. They signal that prosperity is so close to manifestation that you can already sense its presence through subtle sensory channels. This olfactory omen indicates that the universe is giving you a preview of the joy and beauty that incoming wealth will bring to your experience. Symbolism. Flowers represent beauty, growth, and the fruition of patient cultivation. Their fragrance without visible blooms symbolizes that the results of your prosperity efforts are closer than they appear, and that abundance is already beginning to permeate your reality in subtle but real ways. Different floral scents carry specific meanings about the nature of approaching wealth. Folk wisdom. Many spiritual traditions interpret phantom floral fragrances as visits from benevolent spirits or deceased loved ones who are working to bring blessings into your life. Some cultures believe that mysterious flower scents indicate that your prayers for abundance have been heard and answered in the spiritual realm. Practical advice: when you experience unexplained floral fragrances, take time to breathe deeply and receive this as confirmation that abundance is very close to entering your life. Use this sensory blessing as motivation to prepare practically for receiving prosperity, ensuring that you have systems in place to manage the wealth that is approaching. Inspirational message: the sweetness of prosperity is already beginning to fill the atmosphere around you. Like flowers that release their fragrance freely, abundance desires to share its gifts with you in ways that bring beauty and joy to every aspect of your life. Reflection: ask yourself, how can I prepare my life to receive and properly steward the abundance that is approaching, ensuring that its presence brings beauty and blessing not only to me, but to everyone around me? A candle or flame, flickering, strongly without wind. Financial energy awakening. You are in a completely still environment when a candle flame begins to dance vigorously, or perhaps another type of flame starts flickering intensely despite the absence of any air movement. The flame seems to respond to invisible forces, sometimes leaning in specific directions or changing colors subtly, creating a mesmerizing display that draws your attention and creates a sense that something energetically significant is occurring. Spiritual meaning. A strongly flickering flame in still air represents financial energy awakening and becoming active in your environment. It signals that prosperity consciousness is igniting within you and around you, creating the energetic conditions necessary for wealth manifestation. The flame serves as a visible representation of the spiritual fire that burns away obstacles to abundance. Symbolism. Fire represents transformation, purification, and creative power. When flames behave unusually without external cause, they symbolize that internal forces are creating change in your financial situation. The flickering motion represents the dynamic energy of wealth in motion, actively working to manifest in your experience. Folk wisdom. Traditional candle magic and flame reading practices interpret vigorous flickering as a sign that spiritual forces are responding to your desires and prayers about prosperity. Many cultures believe that dancing flames indicate the presence of helpful spirits who are working to manifest your financial goals. Practical advice: when you observe unexplained flame activity, use this as inspiration to take decisive action toward your financial goals. The active flame energy suggests that this is an optimal time for launching new prosperity ventures or making important financial decisions, as universal energies are supporting transformation. Inspirational message. Like the flame that burns brightly despite being surrounded by stillness, your prosperity potential contains an inner fire that can create wealth even when external conditions seem unchanging. Trust in your ability to generate abundance from within. Reflection. Consider this. What financial goals or dreams am I being called to pursue with greater passion and commitment, allowing the fire of my determination to burn away any obstacles to their achievement? Unexplained. Ringing in the ears or bells in the distance, fortune calling for attention. You suddenly become aware of a clear ringing sound in your ears that has no medical explanation, or you hear the distant sound of bells chiming when no bells are nearby. This auditory phenomenon feels distinctly different from ordinary tinnitus or environmental sounds, carrying a quality that seems purposeful and meaningful. The ringing may occur at moments when you are contemplating financial matters, or may seem to emerge spontaneously during quiet moments of your day. Spiritual meaning. Mysterious ringing sounds represent fortune literally calling for your attention. They signal that abundance is trying to communicate with you directly, either to announce its approach or to guide you toward specific actions that will facilitate its manifestation. This auditory omen indicates that you are receiving direct transmission from prosperity consciousness. Symbolism. Bells and ringing sounds traditionally announce important events and call people to gather for significant occasions. When you hear unexplained ringing, it symbolizes that your wealth consciousness is being called to attention for an important development in your financial life. The sound represents the voice of abundance itself. Folk wisdom. Many spiritual traditions interpret mysterious ringing as communication from spiritual guides, angels, or universal intelligence attempting to deliver important messages about life direction and material provision. Some cultures believe that hearing phantom bells indicates that prayer requests for abundance have been acknowledged by higher powers. Practical advice: when you experience unexplained ringing, immediately focus your attention on your financial intentions and listen for any intuitive guidance that arises. This is often an optimal moment for making important decisions about money or career, as the ringing indicates heightened spiritual support for prosperity-related choices. Inspirational message: the sound of fortune is calling your name, inviting you to step into greater abundance and financial freedom. Your ability to hear these prosperity frequencies indicates that you are developing the spiritual sensitivity necessary to receive wealth from the highest sources. Reflection: ask yourself, what important financial decision or opportunity might the universe be trying to bring to my attention, and how can I quiet my mind to receive the guidance that is being offered through these mysterious sounds? As we conclude this exploration of the 7 unusual omens that announce approaching wealth, take a moment to consider how many mysterious signs you may have dismissed or overlooked in your daily life. From the feather at your doorstep representing divine guidance and approaching fortune, to the sudden indoor breeze signaling prosperity energy entering your space, from the phantom sound of dropping coins announcing wealth in motion to unusual animal encounters serving as sacred messengers, each omen carries specific information about abundance flowing toward your experience. We have explored how mysterious floral fragrances indicate that the sweetness of prosperity is near, how flickering flames in still air represent financial energy awakening and becoming active, and how unexplained ringing sounds signal that fortune itself is calling for your attention and response. Which of these unusual omens have you experienced in your life? More importantly, how many signs of approaching abundance might you have missed because you dismissed them as mere coincidence rather than recognizing them as communications from the universe about your prosperity potential? Remember that wealth often arrives in mysterious ways, following pathways that logic alone cannot predict or explain, waiting for those who are spiritually aware enough to recognize its advanced signals. These omens operate as an early warning system for abundance, alerting you to wealth opportunities before they become obvious to others. When you develop sensitivity to these unusual signs, you gain a significant advantage in recognizing and receiving prosperity that might otherwise pass unnoticed through your experience. May you always be alert to the mysterious ways that fortune announces its approach, and may your spiritual sensitivity continue to develop until you can recognize abundance in all the unusual forms through which it seeks to bless your life. Trust that the universe is constantly communicating with you about prosperity, sending signals through channels that bypass ordinary perception but speak clearly to those who have learned to listen with more than physical senses. Before you go, I want you to join our community of prosperity seekers by writing this affirmation in the comments below. I am open to the omens of prosperity. Share this declaration from your heart and let our global family witness your commitment to receiving abundance through all the mysterious channels through which it flows. If this video has opened your awareness to the unusual omens already present in your life, please share it with others who need to develop sensitivity to these prosperity signals. When you share wisdom that helps people recognize the signs of approaching abundance, you multiply the fortune available to everyone in your network. May you always recognize the signs that fortune is near, and may your life be filled with the mysterious omens that announce wealth flowing toward you through channels that transcend ordinary understanding. Until we meet again, remember that the universe is constantly sending you messages about prosperity, and your willingness to receive these unusual omens opens doorways to abundance that remain invisible to those who limit themselves to conventional thinking alone. Thank you for joining me in this exploration of prosperity's mysterious messengers. The omens are all around you, waiting for those who have developed eyes to see and ears to hear the unusual ways that wealth announces its arrival.